Greetings from the garage. My name is Ian Campbell. I'm the CEO of Mission Suite, and this is day 7 of my 20-day Facebook Live challenge for Mission Suite. Basically, kind of, if you haven't heard me talk about this before, I'm going live once a day, every day for a month of business days. So 20 days over the course of a month, Monday through Friday. Skipped Monday because it was not a business day, but here I am. It's Wednesday, and this is day 7 of my crazy adventure here. This has actually been kind of fun, and I'm actually kind of digging it. So after this whole 20-day thing is up, I'm going to have to figure out how to use this live video strategy into kind of an overall marketing mix, because something tells me that if I try to do this every single day, it might get a little cumbersome, but we'll see. Who knows? I don't know. It might go crazy. So anyway, right now, as I'm kind of following on from my conversation yesterday, I am going to be talking about integrating different tools inside of your CRM and the importance of that, how important that is. So yesterday we started off with a booking calendar, and so today I want to talk a little bit about events. Events are obviously great marketing tools. They can range from anything from client engagement, doing things like trainings or client appreciation events or dinners or roundtables or client mastermind groups, things like that, obviously depending on your business. They can be prospecting tools, so you can do things like lunch and learns. You can do different breakfast roundtables and very topical seminars and webinars and things like that. Excuse me. And of course, you can just use them for brand awareness as well. So they don't have to have any specific purpose other than just kind of getting your brand out there, making sure more people know you. Doing things like happy hours. Are something that I love to do, cocktail parties. So anything that you're doing just to kind of get your brand out there. I love inviting people for breakfast. I'm a big fan of breakfast, favorite meal of the day, and so I like to use breakfast time as an option to go and do that too. So anything that you can do to get your brand out there, whether it's just straight awareness, prospecting, or maybe it's something like a client engagement, then it can be incredibly beneficial. And they should also be integrated with your CRM. And so that is what we're talking about today. So obviously, me being me, I like to talk about how these tools can be integrated into the CRM. Again, Mission Suite is a great tool for this because it does actually integrate your event management platform directly into your CRM, right? So you're using the same platform to manage your events and manage your contact data and manage your sales platform. So I love it for that. This isn't about being a pitch. This is actually just about talking about why it's important to do this, right? So first of all, obviously, the whole point of a CRM, the whole point of anything that we're doing here, whether it's automation, inbound marketing, CRM, email marketing, whatever, the whole point of all of this is to make sure that no one's falling through the cracks. You want to make sure as much as possible that you are prepared, that whoever signs up for anything, whether they're signing up for your email newsletter or they're filling out a form on your website or whatever the case might be, you want to make sure that they're not falling through the cracks. So that right there is the biggest reason to make sure that your event platform is integrated in your CRM somehow, whether you're using a system like Mission Suite that does it all together natively, or you're using like an Eventbrite with an integration into whatever you're using to connect through Zapier or whatever the case might be. So, but yeah, so anyway, so you want to make sure, some things you want to make sure that you're tracking. First of all, you want to make sure that you're tracking registrations, right? So everybody who registers for that event, you want to know that they've registered. You want to know that they've said, yes, I'm attending, I'm going to be there, right? Because if you're using it as a prospecting tool, then it's a great way to get people to raise their hand and say, hi, you can market to me for some reason, right? You can send me your information. It's huge, and it's incredibly valuable. Number 2, you also want to make sure, as far as, well, just actually continuing this registration thing, but you want to make sure that if it's a client event, for example, you want to know what they're interested in. If you're giving a training on a client for your clients, for a group of clients, you want to know if they're interested in learning more about email marketing versus learning more about something else, marketing automation. I don't know, just using my stuff as an example. So hugely important. You want to make sure that that those registrations are automatically being pulled into your CRM so that you have a history of everything that your clients, your prospects, or just general people have registered for. I have a whole group, perfect example, I have a whole group of people that have registered for ballet events, right? Because and for opera events and for different things like that, because I'm a big supporter of the arts and I like to try to focus a lot of my time there. 10 to 1 says they don't want to hear from me about CRM because they didn't register for that, right? So making sure that you're really targeted. Anyway, that's kind of the main point there. Secondly, you want to make sure that you're tracking the attendance of these events, right? So you want to make sure that you know exactly who's registered, obviously, who said that they're going to show up, but then also who actually made their way down there, who actually showed up, whether it's a webinar, whether it's a whether it's an event, whether it's a lunch and learn, whether it's a happy hour, anything like that. You want to make sure that you know the people that actually did show up, because that's an extra level of interest, right? And especially if you're using something like this for brand awareness or for prospecting, you want to know every level of brand awareness that they can that you're getting from these people. You want to make sure that you're tracking that, because if not, you're losing out. You're losing money. You're losing opportunity. You're losing a lot of things, and it's so easy to make sure that everybody again, no matter what you're using, whether you're using a system like Mission Suite or you're using something kind of cobbled together from different platforms, whatever it is, it should be easy enough to get that set up. If it's not, you need to look at your system, right? You need to make sure that you can actually obviously track who's registering, but also see who's attended and see who actually showed up. And then finally, of course, the contact information. And this is the crux of it all, right? Because the more information that you can pull out of your contacts, the better it's going to be. Right, so the more impactful the events are going to be. So if you can pull information, the qualifying information out of your contacts based on their event registrations, then that could be huge in lead scoring, or it can be a huge benefit to you and to your marketing team or to your sales team when they go and they make a sales call, or they send off an email. Right, knowing exactly what to talk to them about is going to make sure that is going to help them to understand what you're doing and what works for you. So anyway, last piece of advice that I'll give you here is to make sure that no matter whatever you do, even if you have to manually pull a list out of your event management tool, make sure that you follow up afterwards. Whether they're going into a drip campaign, whether they're going into just getting a follow-up email saying, hey, thanks for coming, whatever the case might be, make sure to follow up afterwards. Because again, looking at this from a business perspective, your events are to elevate your brand. They're to find new prospects and new opportunities, or they're to make sure that your customers are happy. Right, one of those three things is I'd be willing to bet that one of those three things are the only reasons that people hold events inside of a business setting. So make sure that no matter what, you're following up, because if you're not, you're dropping the ball, you're losing money, you're losing opportunity, you could even be losing a customer. You never know. So anyway, that's all for me today. Thank you so much for joining, as always. I'll be back tomorrow, and I'm interested in knowing what you'd want to hear from me tomorrow, what you want to hear from me on Friday, what you want to hear from me next week. I'm doing this for, like I said, for 20 days. I'm only 7 days through, so I need more content. So as always, like, comment, share, spread the word, like our page, all that good stuff, all the social media stuff, right? And I will see you tomorrow. Have a great day.